Well, come on in, pull up a chair. Got plastic dreams and chrome everywhere. Got a box on the bench and glue on my hands, building little hot rods, making big time plans. From a 69 Chevelle to a Galaxy ride, got the hobby fire burning deep inside. Model building in retirement, turning memories into scale. How to tips and kit reviews, good old Ken will get you through. Yeah, we're building, model building in retirement.
Sponsored by Model Makers Workshop. Need parts for your next model project? Model Makers Workshop has you covered with the best aftermarket accessories around. And by Gaahleri, your one-stop shopping for all your airbrush needs. And good evening, everybody. We're live. I hope everybody's enjoying the nice weather finally. Winter is definitely over and summertime is actually coming. I mean, we had some really warm days this week, but I've been enjoying the heck out of it. So I hope you all have too. Some of you already live in hot climates, so you only probably got hotter. But welcome everybody. So what do we got? We got 29 people in the room. I see Kevin's here, John's here, two Johns. We got John Bright. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So tell me, what do you think of my new theme song? I'm really digging it. You know, that was a happy accident, which I have lots of. Let me tell you the quick story, if you don't mind. So when you got a YouTube channel and you put music to your channel or to your videos, you know, you have to have a license to that. You have to have, copyright-free music or a license to copyrighted music. And if you don't do it the correct way, you can get your channel taken down, and you certainly can lose your monetization if you get that. So there's a select few free music songs or instrumentals available on YouTube, and I pretty much exhausted everything that I could find, and they had some pretty good sounds. You know, if you've ever watched some of my builds, you know, like if I'm doing a painting or whatever, and I just want to put some music to it, you know, instead of listening to the air booth going. It sounds pretty good, but the problem is it's a very limited library, and I didn't want to get boring with the same song playing every video or a couple songs. So I started searching for, you know, ways to do royalty-free music, but I wanted music that I like. And I knew the stuff existed, but I hadn't really explored it before. But there's for me, I went to an app called Suno, SUNO, I think it's called, and I saw there where you can like produce your own music, and you could pick the genre, and you could pick the mood, and you can pick the pace, and all that kind of cool stuff. I'm like, okay, great, you know, so I can put together some instrumentals and stuff. But then I see that there's a box for like lyrics and pick your singer and all that stuff, and you could even put the song in your own voice if you wanted to. So man, I got really excited about that. So for the lyrics, I went to ChatGPT and I told it my story. I said I want a theme song and this is what I do, and it already knows what I do because I use it frequently enough. So it pretty much came up with the lyrics. So I thought it was really cool. So man, I you know, that's my new theme song. That's the story. Okay, we got some more people coming in. 30 people in the room now. Got Bill, Jim Barclay, Weasel's here, Ronnie. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what do you think of the new studio? Pretty cool, huh? So, you know, since my last live stream, as you can see, I've been busy, you know, new theme song, and I got my new studio here. And so what I did here is I don't really have room in the house to build a new studio, but my little hobby room was a little bit confined, and of course, if I'm going to do live streams, I have to keep it really nice and clean. Well, so, you know, sometimes I got a lot of stuff going on in here. So I asked Debbie if I could build a studio in the master bedroom, and of course, she said no. But I don't know. So there was one day she was shopping, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it anyways. So I set up the studio. So this is our old master bedroom. She got home from work, really didn't have anything to say to me. She's sleeping in the guest room, and she's put me out back in the shed. So I don't think she's real happy with it, but I'm digging the studio. What do you guys think? I really like it. So, nah, not really. She's good with it. She's good with it. Debbie left Ken. Yeah, Jim. Green screen. What is green screen? Huh. Somebody doesn't believe this is real. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know. I like my new look. I like my new sound. I feel like I like to just play with the brand and try to always improve it a little bit. So it's been a lot of fun. So anyways, got a great show for you tonight. We're on a summer hiatus, or at least so I announced, but then tonight we do have a summer special, and let me get that banner up on the screen here. So tonight's guest is Bill Beers, a good friend of mine. He's with Lokis Scale Models, and Bill's also one of my admins on my model building and retirement Facebook group page. So he helps me out with moderating and keeping people in line there and making sure that nobody's scamming anybody or whatnot. So I appreciate that, Bill. So Bill's a good builder, excellent builder. He started a channel recently, so we're going to talk about that. So I'm pretty excited about the show. So that's coming up here shortly. And then I got to thinking about the schedule a little bit, like, because I told you I was going to be off for the summer and I'll come back in the fall. So I got to really thinking about that. And one thing I knew for sure is the weekly Friday show was getting just a little bit too much to manage between other things going on in my life and building and doing my videos and just everything, especially when the weather got nicer. So, that's why I took a little break here. But I did decide to come back, so we now have a schedule, and I'll show you that right now. Hang on just a second here. As you can see, I still stumble around trying to navigate my stuff here. So this is it, upcoming show. So we have a new schedule. Let me take the comments off screen for just a second here. Okay, so new schedule. So every first Friday of each month, and that's going to start in July. So on July 3rd, 2026, I'm going to have one show per month. So then it'll be August first week and September and so on. But my next guest on my next show will be Jody Doyle of the Sunday Build Show. And he's also part of the, what's it called? The Model Mania podcast. With Jason Hanscom in the group. So I think that's going to be really good. I got to see Jody's work in person at the NNL East show, and I was really blown away by his work. So he's going to be my guest. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be looking at that. Haven't got my next guest put together. If you do want to be a guest on the show, you can hit me up at my email, modelbuildinginretirement@gmail.com. And maybe send me some pictures of your builds. If I don't know you, we'll talk about it a little bit and see if we want to put together a show. So I do welcome, you don't have to have a channel or anything to be a guest. You just, got to be a model builder. Okay, so that's coming up. I'm really excited about that. So that's my new schedule. We'll be back once a month. Okay, we got a few more people joining us now. Big E is here. Hi, Big E. Just met you recently on the internet. Yes, Jason Hanscom, Kevin. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so what do we got that's new? I got some news here for you. So I was talking about the Facebook group, and let me show you this. So this is a picture of the main page of the of the group. It's like the cover photo, if you will, for my Facebook group. And I got this ready just 2 days ago, and I had 8,500 members. But just in the 2 days, we're up to over 8,700 members now. I think the last show I did just a couple weeks ago, we had 6,500 members. So really exciting. It's a great group. If you want to join, you're welcome to. Just go to Model Building and Retirement on Facebook. And, we have some simple rules. It's no selling. If you're going to comment, it has to be just something model related. And it's a good old group of guys. And you don't have to be retired or anything. You just got to be into models. And even though I'm primarily a model car guy, if you build ships or aircraft or armor or whatever, you're still welcome to join. We love seeing all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun, but really great show, or a great group. And I want to welcome another moderator to the group too. Ken Priestley is just joined me, and I appointed him a moderator the other day. So we now have 6 people managing the Facebook group, because with 8,700 members, I do need help. I can't possibly monitor every possible comment that goes on there. So just to recap real quick, I got Dano Leadham-Rack is an administrator. Bill Beers, my guest tonight, is an administrator. Then I got Kevin Priestley as a moderator. Bryce Tempany, who's also my sponsor with Model Makers Workshop, is a moderator. And Kevin Smith's daughter, Krista Mitchell Pasco, is a moderator. So we got a nice little group of people helping us there. And we'll probably have to add on to that number a little bit, because 8,700 people, that's a lot of posts to keep track of. And I try to reply to a lot of you people, but I do apologize. It is hard to keep up, so I may not get to your posts right away, but I do read and watch everything in my spare time, so eventually I'll get to you. So really excited between my channel and Facebook. Things are just going good. I never expected things to just go so well for me, so it's a lot of fun. All right, what other news? I don't know if you guys follow the Union Pacific 4014, the big boy. It's the biggest steam locomotive ever made. And they made 23 of them originally back in like 1941. And there's only 8 remaining today, and only 1 is actually functional. And it's based out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. And man, it was like a bucket list thing for me to see that, but I don't know anybody in Wyoming. I probably was never going to take a vacation just to get out to see that. But because it's our 250th anniversary, they are doing a countrywide coast-to-coast tour, and really exciting. They passed through Ohio just the other day, and they're actually on their way to Philadelphia, and for the 4th of July celebration they'll be in Philly, but then they got to return. They got to get back out to Wyoming again, so they will be right in Youngstown in Struthers, and it's going to have a little whistle stop for 30 minutes, so it's actually coming through my town. Anyways, trying to not make this too long of a story, but I got to thinking the other day, well, what if something comes up and I miss it, because I really want to see that. It's like a bucket list thing. Let me turn the comments back on, by the way. I like to see them on the screen here. So I picked a place close by, Ashtabula, Ohio, right on Lake Erie. So it's about an hour and 5 minutes straight up drive up one of our interstates. And I kind of been thinking about it, so I was looking at some maps, and I found the Norfolk and Southern Railroad tracks, which they're using for the East Coast here. So I found out the track that they're going to be passing by. So I kind of procrastinated about it for a while, but a little bit early in the afternoon, I asked Debbie if she wanted to go with me too. So we hopped in the Challenger, and we just sped up there. And the cool part is I have GPS in the car, and the 4014 has GPS, so I was tracking both of us, and we were converging. It was coming from the west going east, and I was coming from the south going north, and I was a little bit late on getting going because I was procrastinating about that a little bit. So I'm watching it, and I was getting nervous because we were both about the same distance from Ashtabula, and we were both gaining on it at about equal pace. So anyways, it took an hour and 5 minutes to get there. I get right to where we're going to go, picked it all out. I had it all programmed in and pinned, so I didn't have to look for it or anything. So my GPS took me right there. Just as we're pulling up, I see the large crowd there. And just as we're getting out of the car, the signal gates are coming down, and I'm like, oh my God, we're here. So we had to run luckily I found a spot to park. It wasn't actually a parking spot, but I found a way to fit my car in that slot, and I ran like heck. And I caught it on video here. I'll share it with you guys. Really cool. Here we go. You can see I'm still in motion. I love that whistle. That was such an exciting moment. Okay, well, this goes on, you know, it shows the whole train, but I was really only interested in the steam engine part of it. But awesome experience. And here's the kicker, is everybody you saw on that video probably got there hours in advance. And we drove hour and 5 minutes, got out of the car, ran up. That video was 1 minute and 30 seconds long, but only 30 seconds as you saw to see the engine. So I drove hour and 5 minutes each way for a 30-minute thrill. So, in fact, I'm going to start a poll here. We're going to put a poll up here, see what you guys think here. Because Debbie thought I was a little bit crazy here. So I do have a poll. Now, I was very limited in what I can type into this poll. But based on what you just saw in my story, I just told you about, 2.5 hour round trip to see a 30-second, once-in-a-lifetime experience. So would you travel that far for a 30-second opportunity that you might never get again? So hit 1 for yes, 2 for no, and we'll kind of monitor that. Oh, there's somebody's already hit it there. But yeah, keep hitting that poll there. We'll come back to it, and I'll come back and we'll see that just in a little bit. But what a thrill. And it wasn't my first time seeing one too. Let me see. I got a picture here. So a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we took a motorcycle trip to all the way to eastern Pennsylvania, and we stopped in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is called, there's a big museum called Steamtown, USA, and the sister of 4014, number 4012, as you see here, is parked right out there. It's a restored cosmetic restoration, but it is a non-functional train. But this one was really cool. You can just see how just big that is. I mean, they weigh 1.25 million pounds. I weigh 250 pounds because I'm a little fat right now. That is 5,000 Kens. This one I actually got to crawl in and sit in the cab, so that's pretty cool. That's what it's like to be in the cab. And this is what you see out the engineer's window. It actually sits out a little bit wider than the other windows there. So when you're driving this thing, that's the view you got. I don't know. I'm just geeking out here. I'm just geeking out. But I thought I wanted to share that with you guys. It's a lot of fun. And it's not the first time that we've ever done something like that, too. Let me see. I have a little bit of a video where we chased another one down. Here we go. This is a couple years ago. There's a nickel plate road locomotive called 765. I think it's a Berkshire, if I'm not mistaken. But we got to see that one right in Youngstown, but then we chased it throughout the day. So this is a shot of it. So we chased that one quite a distance too, just for that opportunity to watch it pass by. So I don't know. All right, so we got Okay, so this is the first time I ever did a poll. So, of course, it's saying 100% yes, but that's 7 people voted for it. So, anyways, that was a lot of fun. And I'm into trains. And the reason I'm geeking out about it on my channel here is it kind of is related to model building. It's another form of model building. In fact, I'm into model trains. So, I don't really have the room for a full layout, but every Christmas I do a pretty cool little Christmas themed layout. And just one more minute, if you humor me here, I will show you too just what it looks like there. So this is a little scene that I put together every year. I got a steam locomotive and a diesel. This is modeled around maybe the year 1950. A lot of fun. Takes up half the living room, but I have a lot of fun putting it together. It's just a good experience. So anyways, thanks for humoring me, but I wanted to share that with you guys. So really cool. Okay, so what else we got? Bench update time. All right, so I don't know if you guys have been following my series, but I have a Ford Falcon 1960 that I've been building. And it's the AMT Coca-Cola Falcon Ranchero, and I've been building it, and here it is. It's just a mock-up right now. I have to be very gentle because it's not glued together yet. But this morning I did the video for the interior, so this is really coming along. We chopped the front, we put a tilt front end on it, I put a big twin turbo engine in there from 3D printed racing Recaro seats inside. I put a port of exhaust on the back, right in front of the back wheels. Custom fade paint job, made my own decals. So if you haven't done so, I have a series. We're on part 5 so far. So check out my series, but it's been a lot of fun building this. We're coming along. Probably only one more episode and I'll be done with this one finally. And I need to get going on this because I made a commitment to my friend Mikey at Chester's Models. He invited me to a buddy build. I'm not sure what the difference between a buddy build and a group build is. I think it's just a smaller situation here, but he knew that I had this model because he saw one of my lives where I was talking about it. So this is the Tamiya Ford Mustang GT4, and so he invited me and Craig Wood from Craig's Corner to do this, and I think there's a few other people joining in, and the build time is June 1st to the June 30th, so I'm really behind the 8 ball. I haven't even opened this, so you can see it's still sealed. Mikey, if you're watching, I am going to get to this. I'm going to do the unboxing probably tomorrow, and get this model going. I do have a couple paint schemes in mind. I have been working on that on the side, so I have a few cool ideas. So anyways, that's the news I have. 43 people in the room. Appreciate you guys joining. I see Dan from DMG Scale Models has just joined us. Thank you, Dan. Okay, so I think it's time to bring on our guests. So we're going to bring on Bill, and I prepared a little video. So let me get that up here. I like to do a little video that kind of showcases what my guest is all about. So these are some snippets from Bill's YouTube channel, and after I play this little video, we'll have him on with us. So let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bill Beers of Lokis Scale Models. Hey, Bill, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Ken. Thanks for having me. I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, real good. Living the
Awesome.
dream.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you probably got some nice weather where you're at too. Up in where you're in Wisconsin, am I
Yeah,
right?
central Wisconsin. By
Yeah.
where I live is about an hour and a half from Madison to the north.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the last few days has been miserably hot. I don't like being hot.
Yeah. Man, you get that long, hard winter, and then boom, you get to the other extreme, right?
Yeah, and we didn't even really have a spring. It was like it went from like snow on the ground, bitter cold, to like crazy hot right away. So yeah, our Wisconsin weather has definitely been not normal the last couple of years.
Great.
Thanks, Lego.
Got
Appreciate
got
it,
your
bud.
first comment there. I do agree. Good name. Good name.
Thanks.
So hey, listen, thank you again for being a admin on the Facebook
Oh,
group. Isn't
absolutely.
that the growth on that? Isn't that incredible? What's
It's
happening there?
yeah. Almost every day when I log in, I'm like, holy smokes. Yeah, I can see why you needed some more admins and moderators because it's amazing how much that's grown just in the last few months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
a
and I know
good
a lot of
group of
people
guys.
like you mentioned on there too. The one question I see quite often on there is, you know, hey, I'm new, returning back to model building, and I build ships or whatever. And yeah, if anybody's watching this and you want to get in on it, it doesn't matter what you build. It can be cars, boats, cannons, airplanes. As long as it's a model, post it. We're more than happy to have you there.
That's right. And the more I learn from you guys, maybe I'll take the leap and try
Well,
something.
well, don't be too modest, Ken. We learned a lot from you too. I mean, I've learned a lot from you. You've been my mentor on this kaleido painting journey. So, and
Oh,
I do have some news about, and I don't know if you know about it yet. So I want to just say that quick. I can't let all of it out, but it's pretty exciting. CETA, which I'm sure is your contact too, sent me an email. They have a new product coming out next month that doesn't exist yet. They just formulated it, but it's going to change our painting game.
oh,
So
really?
yeah, yeah, it's
Well,
I'm
you could
excited.
just between you and me,
Yeah,
just
right.
what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be rolling out next month. This
Well,
new
that's exciting. Yeah, in fact, I need your help too because I don't know what happened. My rep is not Sia. It's a gentleman by the name of Ben,
mm,
and I don't know what's happened. I don't know if he's well or not because I've been reaching out to him quite a few times and I'm getting no response. So something's happened to my rep. But he used to keep me in the loop pretty good. I had like the flash when the clears were coming out and the candies were coming out, and when that
right.
new Turbox compressor was coming out. Plus I need to get paid. I get commissions too, as you probably do when you sell the paints, and
Right.
I need to get that transferred to my bank account. So
Right.
maybe I'll ask you after the show, and maybe you can ask Sia if Ben's okay or if she can
Or
get a
I can
hold of
just give
him.
you, or I can just give you Sita's contact
Well, there
information.
you go. That'll work.
Because sometimes with her, it takes a couple days to get back to me too, because where they're at in China, they're 24 hours ahead of us. So in
Yeah.
China right now, what time is it? It's 6:30 a.m. in China right now.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah. It's amazing.
yeah, I can. We'll get something worked out where you can get back in contact with them.
Yeah, because my sales code gets you guys a discount. Well, not you. You have the code too now. But
Right.
for Amazon, my code's not working. So one of my fans alerted me to that. So
Well,
I
yeah,
can't have
I actually
that.
just got mine 2 weeks ago. That's going to be good just for everybody watching. It's going to be good for the Amazon. I guess they have some Amazon special in June where you can get like killer deals on products. So that the code that Ken and I have and the other people that have codes for Kaleido will be good for that sale coming up in June on Amazon. So go buy you some stuff.
Right? Slugo's hitting on all cylinders with the jokes tonight.
Right?
And then
Thanks everybody, by the way,
Kevin.
for joining the show too. I appreciate it. Before I forget to say that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into your channel here in a little bit too, and talk about that journey a little bit. And we got a whole bunch of your builds to look at because you were gracious enough to send me some pictures. But just to start off a little bit, could you give us your model building history?
Well,
what got you going?
Actually, I started building models when I was like 9 or 10, and my brother's like to this day is a big time motorhead, and him and my uncle always used to build models. So when I got like 9 or 10 years old, my brother went out and bought me my first one. It was a snap tight. I can't remember, maybe a Camaro or something like that. And I got the bug. I mean, I just love doing it. And I have ADHD and I'm dyslexic. And so they really helped me out mentally, like learn how to focus my energy into something else. And a lot of people kind of chuckle when they hear adults are growing models or building models, but it actually is a growing tool because it can help you with your attention to detail. It can help you with problem solving, just all kinds of things. So if you're new to model building, or you've thought about trying it and really haven't decided you should, first of all, try it, because we need more people into the model building world. So yeah, then I got hooked on building models. Built models up until probably 25 years old when my son was born. Lived out in Pennsylvania at the time. And then life kind of took over and became a dad and got out of it for a while. And then my buddy Nick Weber, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, had come over, and he has this 65 Chevy Nova 2, the real car. When he was 16 years old, he tried building a model of it. And it wasn't bad, but he got a hold of me. He said, "Hey, you home?" I said, "Yeah, I'm home." He goes, "All right, I'm going to stop over." He goes, "I got a project for you." All right. Brings this model to me in this box and says, "Hey, can you knock the ugly off of this thing?" I'm like, "Well, I can try." Well, that kind of sparked it all over again, and built models ever since. And so that's pretty much it. That's my model building journey.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you kept it going a lot longer than I did. Yeah, I kind of as soon as I bought a car 2 years before I got my license, and I started working on that thing. So at 14 years old, I was going on the one-to-one car, so I gave up model building to get ready for my dream of driving. But
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, you pulled it off for a few more years. Well,
Yeah,
I know you do some awesome work.
Thank you. My first real one-to-one car was a '78 Plymouth Sport Fury, powder blue with a white vinyl top. Only had a 318 in it, but man, I'll tell you what, I drove the wheels off that thing. I was out racing that thing all the time, all the way till when it blew up.
There's nothing like that first car memory, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not and back then, that was, in the '80s when I got it, that was a throwaway car.
Yeah.
It was nothing fancy. It wasn't like a Roadrunner or a GTO or nothing like that. But you go on, I can't even find the model of it anymore. And you go and try to find that car even on Marketplace, and they want like $7-8 for it, and it's a basket case. Like the floorboards are all rotted out and fenders are dented in. It's crazy what those cars are going for now.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I had this one post up here just a minute ago. Tiffany Hootman said some very nice stuff about us, and
Great
Tiffany happens to be my daughter. So, thanks,
that's your
Tiff.
daughter?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Tiffany.
Lives out in Montana.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Tiff. It means a lot to me to hear you say that. So,
great video on Big Boy too.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
So, those poor people waited all day for that. I drove up there, saw it, got back in my car, and we drove back home.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
boom.
I wasn't able to like click in on your poll. Chalk me up as one. I would totally do that. My wife and I do. I mean, we're sporadic. We just like get a wild hair and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely do it.
Cool. Well, it's coming here. It's coming here July 12th for an actual stop in Youngstown here. So I plan on doing that, but it's also on a Sunday,
Right.
and I figure that's going to be very, very crowded. And so I'm hoping to have a second chance at seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we might even try to chase it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be coming through anywhere close to Wisconsin, but my grandson's big into trains. I mean, he has my daughter put up his own little channel on YouTube. It's Kane's Train Adventures, and they hear a train moving and they got to jump in the car and go. And where they live, the trains go through quite often. But so yeah, if that comes true, we'll more than likely jump in a car and.
It's amazing. I mean, I actually got to sit inside that 4012 in PA, but to see that thing actually crossing a crossing and chugging and smoking and the wheels moving, oh my God, that was the most exciting thing.
Yeah, I love those old steamers. There's just nothing like, I mean, the nostalgia that's involved with them old steamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool to see in real life.
Yeah, it's just so massive. So, hey, anyway, so okay, we'll still get to your models, but you joined and started a YouTube channel. So,
yep. There's a story with that too.
What possessed you to do that? Tell us that.
Well, there's been numerous times where both of my parents have passed on for years now, and there's been numerous times where I wished I could see them or hear them, talk or whatever, and I just don't have the luxury. So I pondered it for a while, and my grandson is now 5, and I thought, if I started a YouTube channel, because I mean, we know it's coming, we just don't know when. So I thought, if after I pass away, maybe he, go back and, or any of my family, really, friends or what have you, could go back and watch my videos, even if they're not really into models, they'd still be able to see me and hear my voice and this and that, and kind of like keep that emotional connection with family and friends. And I hem and hawed for a while, and I wasn't sure if I should do it, if I would have followers, or if people wanted to hear what I had to say. And my daughter had come over one day, and she said, "Dad," she goes, "so what do you think about starting a YouTube channel?" I'm like, I don't know. She goes, "Well, you really should." And I'm like, "Well, why?" She goes, "Well, when you didn't know something, where did you go?" I'm like, "Well, YouTube." She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "What if you're that one person?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're not wrong." So in my very first video, if you guys go back and watch it, man, it was not good.
Yeah.
But
mine neither.
Yeah, but I've grown and I've learned things, and I'm constantly learning things and trying to get my videos better and more informative. And I encourage people to get a hold of me if they want to, if they want to try something that's not out there. Let me know. If I don't know how to do it, I'll find out how to do it, and I will make the best tutorial video I can, showing the process, or the process that might work for me to get people pointed in the right direction. But yeah, I have zero regrets starting a YouTube channel. The response that I've had, I'm coming up to the beginning of my 4th month, and I have almost 500 subscribers now, 477 I think last time I looked, and it's growing daily. I mean, I average 2, 3, 4, 10. So
good.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I am not planning on stopping anytime soon.
Well, hopefully I get you a few more. So, folks, I have a link to Bill's YouTube channel in the description, and I think your Instagram too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, my Instagram I don't use, so don't.
Oh, okay.
But I do have a Facebook page that I try to check daily.
Okay, great.
The best way to get a hold of me if you want to ask me a question or whatever, and I check my email, which is in the description of my channel. My email's there.
Yeah.
You can anybody can email me anytime, and I will respond back. And yeah. I guess.
Well, first of all, good luck with the channel. But second of all, I think you're off to a really good start. I've watched every one of them so far. And, guys, he does tutorials as well. He's a very good builder. So tips and tricks. And, so if you like anything tutorial and learning, got to check out Bill's channel. And, like he said, he's getting more and more polished every day. If you watch my first video, it reminds me of one of those hostage videos that you make. Hello, I am starting a channel today. Blink twice if you need help or something.
Well, when you start a channel, you're nervous. You don't, you almost doubt yourself. Like, am I personable? And what should I say? And you're not like, what's the dialogue? I mean, it's different now. Like you and I talk, and we've made a few videos, so we figured out like the criteria and the dialogue, and so yeah, yeah, it's a nerve-wracking hot mess when you first start a YouTube channel.
Well, the difference, in my opinion, of that first video to even your second video is the first video, you don't have that audience. You're announcing that you're going to start a channel, and you hope you get an audience. But so you're talking to that camera, and you're all nervous about it. But for me now, it's gotten so easy because I'm talking to the fans, the ones that I see going on these comments here. They join in on every one of my videos and stuff. So when I'm doing a video, I'm talking to all my friends and followers that are watching the channel, and that just makes it a lot easier because now I'm talking to buddies.
Right. Yeah, and that's the way I look
camera.
at it too now. Yep, that's the way I look at it now too. I'm just talking to friends I haven't met yet.
Yeah, and that was a pretty cool idea too.
And I just try to be myself. And I mean, guys, what you see is what you get. I mean, well, that's not necessarily true. In my real life world, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I will tell you exactly what I think. You might not always like the answer, but when I'm doing my videos or emailing, whatever, I change my my attitude because like people don't necessarily like the raw, unfiltered person once in a while. So, but yeah, this is me, basically.
I hear you.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty cool thing too with your story of starting the channel is the legacy part of it, because I hadn't thought of that. Mine was just a way to share some of my stuff with family and friends. And then it grew to an audience really quick and changed. But now I do see that, like for my daughter Tiffany, if you heard what Bill said there, one of these days I'll be gone or whatever. You got a library of me, maybe talking about model cars, but if you want to see me, I'll be around forever.
It's just a good thing to do. I mean, nobody really wants to think about the inevitable, but it's a fact of life. That's one of the two things that's guaranteed, and I won't mention the second thing because we don't want to turn this into a political debate. But yeah, I mean that's the main reason why I did it, so that my family could go back and
Yeah, I mean, and the older you get, you realize that we're only here for a certain period of time. But as I got a little older, I start planning a little bit because I worry about my wife, once I'm gone, make sure she's okay and set up and stuff. So there was this day I was renewing my license plates on one of my vehicles because I bought it on a whim without Debbie even knowing, so it was in my name only. So I was telling the lady as I was renewing the plates, I says, if I pass away, is my wife going to be able to, do this or whatever? And she says, why are you planning on dying? And I looked her square in the face and I said, yes.
Kind of a dumb question, right? I mean,
and she looked at me like oh, you poor guy,
right. Well, if you've got the Fountain Youth lady, please, by all means, if you're watching this, let us know where it's at. I'm more than happy to dip my toes in it.
Right. Anyways, hey, let's take a look at some of your builds, my friend.
All right, let's do that.
You sent me quite a bit of cool stuff to look at, so let me pull them up here. I got a few slideshows kind of pieced together here. So this first one is like a POW Nomad, I guess it is.
Yeah, that was a 1/16th scale Nomad.
Oh, really? That's a big one.
Friend of mine. Wow, spit it out, Bill. Friend of mine and I got together at work. He bought the kit and I built the kit. All the stars, everything's painted on. There's no decals in this car. The stars are paint, stripes are paint. The fade paint job of the soldiers down the sides all paint. The POW on it, it's all paint. There's no decals anywhere.
So how'd you make the mask?
Well, thank God my wife has a Cricut.
Okay, so that's a Cricut. I gotta get one.
Yep, the stars were all made. She cut them out with a Cricut, and the side was all stenciled on with Cricut. And then the exhaust tips are made with, they're called electric scoons or something like. They go on the end of an electrical wire, and you crimp it down, and then you can put it. I'll have to show them on my channel once. Actually, I think I did once, but yeah, they work great for exhaust tips. There's all different kinds of sizes and whatnot.
Cool. Yeah, real nice build.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
That
gotta
actually-
get me one of those crickets. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, this actually went to Desert Storm veteran friend of mine. He wanted it, so he bought it. So it's went to a veteran.
Awesome. Very nice build, Bill.
Thank you.
Nice and wired on the inside. Got the plugs, the battery, hoses. Yeah,
The
you got
wire
all
coming
that.
off of the charge or the what they call it. I don't think it's called an alternator there, but generator.
Uh-huh.
That's actually a wire from a cell phone charger. I just stripped the coating back and exposed the 2 wires, and then drilled 2 holes in the back, and then just ran the coating up through the firewall. So I mean, it's a little out of scale, but I thought it worked pretty good.
Yeah. Very cool. Oops.
Thank you.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a
Get you
fun
back
one.
on.
That one meant a lot to me.
Very nice. Now, did you have to open the doors on that, or did that come
No.
with them?
They were opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that exhaust tip you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. You know, I've never opened the doors and stuff on a model. I just, if it came that way, I built it. And this was another fun one, an old Impala.
I like the
one,
look of that one. I love the old race cars.
Yeah, that one was a lot of. I mean, all of my models were fun, but the dust on that is actually, my wife had some old makeup that's out of a compact, just regular women's makeup brushed on.
Isn't
I'm
it
a
fun
resourceful-
stealing from the wife's stash? I do that too.
Hey, I'm a resourceful kind of guy. I mean, you know, I don't live like out in the middle of nowhere, but I have to, you know, for me, that's the part of modeling that's fun. That's where the problem solving comes in. Like, what do I have that I can get this effect? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I have some of the Tamiya weathering kits now, but yeah, that was done with just regular makeup from a compact.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks real good. So that's just a topical process.
Yep. I don't know why you
Okay.
can see it, but there's valve stems there. Those are actually toothpicks.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, you just paint the end of a toothpick. Let me grab one here right quick. I just take a. Just take the end of the toothpick. You take a black marker, and you just nip a little bit off the top. Oop, you can't really see it that well.
There you go.
You just nip a little bit off the top of it, drill a hole in it, and then put it through that hole. Just make
Yeah.
sure you do. You know, for anybody that's new that's never done this kind of detail, just make sure you do your homework first. Go online, and look up what like a Steely wheel would look like and where that valve stem is at, because location does matter. You want to, because we're trying to go for realistic, right?
Right.
Well, you want to try to get that valve stem where it would actually be on the 1-to-1 car. So
Yeah, I do that a lot on my builds too. Like one of my favorite things is I will Google the car, but I'll go to like the classic car places that are selling cars, because they
Right.
usually will have that car with like a good 30, 50 pictures, or like
Yep.
even Bring a Trailer would do it too.
Yeah.
They even have like 100 pictures. So, you know, you can really get your reference together. But yeah, I love that. Nice look. I'm a big fan of patina. If you know me enough, you probably know that.
oh yeah, like you, I've watched every one of your videos.
Oh, thank
Every
you.
one.
Yep, nice. Okay.
Yeah, there's a better one of the. That was actually done with Chat GPT. I love that. You guys, if you haven't tried it, you can use the free version. You get 3. We'll call it 3 processes in 24 hours. But that's what that was done with.
Right.
Like you did with your. I told it, hey, I want to drive her in this car on a dirt track, and
Yeah.
that's what it gave me.
You know, I mean, people. It's hit and miss on how people feel about AI.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I'm nervous about it, where it's heading in the world, but it's not going to go away.
No.
And if it helps us get creative, what's wrong with it?
Right.
I mean, there's people that are doing their whole entire channel with AI, and they're not even putting an ounce of work into it. Now
Right.
that I don't agree with. I don't
No,
see
I don't either.
that right. But for us to just explore our creativity and take one of our own builds and put it in a real environment. And my theme song, I mean, that's AI.
That was cool when I heard that the first time. Like, I even think I emailed you about it, but yeah, when I heard it, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, and for that one, I used it. I'm a big fan of the old CCR music, Creedence Crew.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I asked it to kind of do it in the spirit of Dan Fogerty. So it's spot on.
Right.
Okay. Hello there, Foxfire. Let's see. I got to remember to keep track of our
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of like,
guests here.
I haven't really been paying attention. Sorry, guys.
But see, you can see now there's different thoughts about AI. It is bad because luckily I could still spot AI video probably because they're just too preposterous. But
Well,
you
I think my take on technology, period, is anything can be dangerous if you let it be. You know, you have to be responsible with it. So AI can be a good thing, but if you decide to let the evil in, it can be. I showed a guy at work the other day just how much you can. And I'm not going to defend it, but I'm not going to disrespect it either.
yeah.
You just have to, anything, you have to be careful with it, no matter what it is.
I think what makes me the most nervous is that you could, like, if somebody wants to copy me or you, they can make a video with your voice and your actions, and nobody will know the difference whether it's the real you or not me. Now, I don't think they're going to do it with me, so that's the cool thing because I'm not all that important or anything. But I see it happening with celebrities all the time now.
But the thing is you're important in the model world. I mean, people learn a lot from you. So I have to comment real quick. The Big Easy Model Garage up there.
Yes.
That's my personal friend Eric. He just started his channel.
Okay.
About a couple weeks ago. He was kind of like I was, and I kind of like. He's an amazing builder. He's actually doing part of my summer '69 group build. So go check his channel out, and he's doing this Bronco.
I have. I'm subscribed. Yep.
Yeah. This was also done with ChatGPT. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's your work, and it's just embellished. Pretty darn cool. Okay, so that's the first set of slides that we had to look at. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm doing it both ways. I'm doing it on the front end and the back end. Like this Menace build.
That thing is so nice, Ken.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
I
it's my best work yet. I'm going to be proud of this one, I think, if it continues.
I was actually proud of you because I know you weren't really big into the major modification, and I think that's your first big modification project, isn't it?
The biggest, yeah. I mean, I was fitting some big wheels and tires in and bigger engines in, and that was my first big step. But now, this is full on.
Yeah,
this is full on custom.
When I first seen you start that and doing some major mods, I'm like, yeah, go for it, Ken, get it. Yeah, so I'm proud of you, dude, for taking the chance and trying it, because I tell my viewers, I'm like, look, if you don't know how to do something, just try it.
Yeah.
If you don't try it, you've already failed. If you failed by trying it, you've learned something.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to try new things. Just go for it.
Yeah. And a lot of my videos are first-time experiences. I'm acting like an authority with a tutorial showing how it's done. I'm showing how I do it, but a lot of the videos that I did that are very successful and people said it's helped them a lot, they were my first times doing it too. So I really enjoy doing it, and that's my target base, is trying to help people be better model builders.
Right. And I think that's the direction I've started taking my channel too. Since I got in with Pro Tech, and just doing different things, try to put more tutorials together. I got a few of them coming up. that well, one I'll mention quick is doing aluminum fenders. You know, if you want to make a side of a car look like it's smashed up. I was talking to Larry from Model Car Madison, Rhode Island on the phone a couple nights ago, and he mentioned that aluminum fender thing, and I'm like, well, dude, I know how to do that. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the expert at it. I've only done it 1 or 2 times, but I'm going to make a video of my method, and so if somebody wants to try it, and it's really not that hard.
Right. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. Well, I'll tell you what, kind of let the cat out of the bag here, but on that very same topic, I've had a build in mind for quite some time. And just recently I decided how I'm going to do it, and it's going to be that method of using the aluminum foil.
Nice.
But this is the build. The original Gone in 60 Seconds Mustang Fastback. Okay.
That is an amazing movie.
Isn't it? The crashes?
It is.
I mean, oh my goodness. Well, I want to make the totally wrecked up version. And I was thinking about it for a long time, like, well, you know, you can melt the styrene and do all kinds of stuff and whatever, but some of that damage is so significant on that car that there's no way to really do it just melting plastic and stuff.
Right.
So when I learned the tin foil, aluminum foil method, now I've got like that iconic front fender where it's all smashed in because he wrapped it around a telephone pole, which was an accident. That was not part of the movie.
Well, but a lot of people don't know that the original Gone in 60 Seconds, you guys, not the one with Nicolas Cage, the original one. When they were filming all those chase scenes in that movie, and you seen all the people jumping out of the way, they were jumping out of the way for real.
Yes.
They didn't tell anybody this was going to happen. They just started ripping these cars through Los Angeles or wherever they at, and you see these people jumping out of the way for their lives. Yeah, that was real.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, one guy, I mean, the guy who was driving the car, he was the producer, the writer, the director. Unfortunately, lost his life making the sequel that for that movie.
Oh, that I didn't know.
We never got to see. Yeah, he lost his life during a stunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to make the correct version of that, and like it has a flat hood on it, and there's a guy out there, I think it's Texas 3D Customs, has a flat 71 to 73 Mustang hood. And I reached out to him and I said, well, I want to build this wrecked version of the Gone in 60 Seconds car. And I didn't know enough about resin, whether you can bend it or whatever. And, you know, he said, no, it's going to be too brittle. It's not really going to work. Right. So I went ahead and bought it anyways. And it's on its way to me because I'll still make a tinfoil version of it.
I'll give you a little tip. What I start using, because I tried the regular aluminum foil, like layering the layers of aluminum foil, gluing them together. If you're going to do something that significant, I would start out with the aluminum HVAC tape because it's a lot thicker than aluminum foil. I actually got some, but it's not. But get you some of that. It's not expensive. You can get a 25-foot roll for like $8 or something like that.
I have some in my storage room right next to this.
Try that out once. Monkey around with that a little bit and see how that'll work out for you.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's a good thought. Yeah. That's going to be a fun build.
It is. You know, I've done a couple of the Beverly Hillbillies one. I built a lot of models. That one I had so much fun with. And I encourage people, if you have never, ever done a patina type model, you have to try it. You can't screw it up. That's the whole point of doing it.
Yes.
I mean,
I love doing them.
If you're going to do a rust patina one, you have to go out and do some research. You have to find out where would the car rust on a 1-to-1. Again, just go for it. Give it a try. They're so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorite builds. So 66 Nova.
Yeah. This is one of my, I know a lot of people don't like these kits. These 66 Novas are one of my favorites to build.
Yeah. Well, that's what gave me the inspiration for the Falcon. Yeah, that's the 66 Nova chassis under it.
Yeah, my let me show you well, I'll give you a little sneak peek.
Hold on, let me get you big here. Okay.
This is my chassis for my Pro Mod that I'm building for the Gaahleri competition.
Oh, wow.
This is a 66 Nova chassis, the Pro Mod.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, I'm going to show you this. I'm probably going to regret this, but because I wasn't going to show anybody yet. But this is my. I don't know what it's going to show up. This is a 1970 Ford Mustang.
Can you hold a little higher because the comments are kind of blocked? There you go. Yeah. Hey, now he's got a video on this too, guys. That is all puttied in. He made that back spoiler or whatever you call it, duck nose, whatever, ducktail.
Yeah.
And you're really good at that. I suck at sanding putty, but you really, I got to learn from you there.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have the patience. I don't know.
But that chassis fits right in there.
Awesome.
Like I cut a little bit. I cut a little bit right here on the back. One more second. I cut right here on both sides.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
Just slid right up in there. That's all I cut. Slid right in like it was meant to go in there.
I know, it's great. I mean, it basically fit in that Falcon pretty good. I realized a little bit later that it actually spread the body out a little bit, so I shaved it down.
Right.
Because when I cut the nose off and put the nose back on, it would no longer line up with the rest of the body because of the chassis was pushing the rest of the body out. So, But yeah, it's really amazing. And I do have a couple 3D tub kits and stuff. But for that model, as cheap as it is, you know. In fact, I bought a couple more. I think I have 3 more of the 66 Nova that I bought just for modifying other cars. Yeah.
What you need to do is take 2 of those and like cut them in half, and then like marry them together and make you like a 66 quarter-mile funny car. Make it so the whole body lifts up, and that's what I would do.
Well, I mean, this Falcon's opened me to a whole new, it's getting my comfort level up to, that's not going to be the last of my customs. That's only the beginning now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Ken, it's coming out great. And like I said numerous times, you're being a little too modest. The way that those videos are put together, and it's coming out outstanding. It's doing a great job on that build.
Oh, thanks. I'm pretty happy with it. I wasn't real happy with my interior work. My craftsmanship just wasn't perfect on it. But, when it all came together, it looked okay to me. I'll get better.
Well, it's all about having fun. I mean, I don't think we're our worst critics. We'll never get it perfect. There'll always be something.
Right.
This one was a lot of fun. I built this for a guy named Will at work. I have a 3D printer over in that corner that the drums are. I 3D printed the drums, and then I scavenged some stuff from another kit.
I love it.
Yeah, that was. I call that Forgotten Youth. It's about a kid that got a hot rod Camaro and had it in his backyard and had big dreams of like putting a monster engine in it, and got it all tore apart and just never got to finish it. And glass is real, that back window.
Yeah, is that the eyeglass or iPhone kind of
that's
protective cover? Yeah, I love that. That's a great thing. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, you done really good there.
Thanks, Ken.
Yep.
The leaves are actually real.
Oh, really? Crumpled up, huh? Well, you get enough of those. You got a lifetime supply of those available to you.
I went out to my yard and got some leaves. I have what's up there? It's like a mini mixer. Like if you're gonna make what am I thinking of? Like a malt or whatever. It's like for a 1 cup. Throw them in there and just hit the pulse on it. Let them chop themselves up and pick out the ones you think are too big. And it's real leaves.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Ken inspires a lot of people.
You guys are so kind. I really appreciate it. But it's feedback like that just throttles me to,
I know,
to
right?
keep on doing it.
Yeah.
It really does. It feels really good to know that I'm helping people. I mean, there's a feeling, you know it. You're doing the videos too. It feels really rewarding. So that's why I do it.
Yep.
And then I have so much fun with all the adding the silly backgrounds and the green screen stuff.
You're the only guy I've ever seen do that. And when you first did it, I'm like, because my wife and I used to be photographers. Well, used to be photographers. So I had a general idea how you did it. But when
Uh,
I seen you start doing it, I'm like, dude just started something else that nobody else is doing on YouTube. So yeah, that's amazing. Just keep doing
Thank
it.
you. I think that one's probably a little more challenging for people to copy. Not that they can't, of course.
Right.
But like the music, I got an email today from another guy who's started a channel. I won't mention his name, but he was worried because he saw my video. Because this morning was my first video with the theme song.
Oh,
So he emailed me saying, I love it, and I was thinking about doing the same, but now I'm worried about looking like a copycat.
right.
So he asked me for my permission for him to use a theme song. And my answer to him was that there's a first for every kind of art or whatever, and and then others follow if it's good. And the biggest form of flattery to me is people wanting to copy. So, so I'm flattered that it encouraged him to do it. But I said, by all means, do it, and
Right.
I mean, make your own. Don't use mine.
Well,
You know?
the thing is everybody was a first at something.
That's
Like,
that's my point, right?
yeah, like doing patina on the model. It's been around forever. We weren't like
Right.
the first ones to do it. I mean, everything gets copied by somebody, but I mean, it's cool that he thought highly enough of you, respected you enough to ask you, "Hey, is this okay if I do this?" So that's pretty cool.
Slugo. He's in rare form tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at the comments coming through here. Thank you.
Yep. I would agree.
Thank you very much. I'm lucky enough that I didn't lose, because I am older and a lot of older people are afraid of all this stuff. But in my workplace, when I had my career still, I had to be working with computer and I had to do slideshows and I had to do training, so I kept up with technology and I'm glad I did, I mean, I'm not as good as others RB, but I'm not afraid of a computer. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of making it happen. So,
Well, it's kind of we really don't have any choice anymore. It's become so much of our daily lives that this was my first 3D printed model.
so that's full on kit.
Yep, it actually came from MCV Products.
Okay.
My son and my son-in-law's dad is big into the pulling kind of trucks in real life. Like he will travel miles to see them.
Thanks,
And
Kevin.
my son-in-law and daughter got a hold of me and asked me if I'd build him one for a Christmas present. And of course I'm going to say yes. I mean, first it's family, second off it's a model. I'm not going to say no. But yeah, this was a really fun kit. It's really well put together. As far as the printing process was, yeah, there it is all in.
Yeah. Did it
Yeah,
take a
it
lot
was
of
really
body
fun.
prep? Like when I did, I've only done one so far. Is that little 32 coupe that I called the
Right.
Milner car? That took quite a bit of work to get those little printing marks out of the body. Did you
This
kind of have to go through that with this too?
this
Or?
no, this one actually was pretty clean. I had a little bit of a sink mark up by the front fenders that I had to fix, and I just used some of the Tamiya gray putty. But overall, it was pretty clean kit. You can see in that picture there above the fender well or the wheel well in the back. There's some supports that were left in that I had to cut out. But
Right. Yeah, it's all about how you position that thing and where you put your supports. It makes a big difference for sure.
right,
So
On
yeah,
the-
Dan, yeah, I use the YouTube audio library too, the free stuff. Kind of hard to search for. I found some really good jazz kind of guitar sounds and stuff, but only a limited supply, and I feel like I'm kind of using them in every video. And I suppose if I spent a whole day, I might be able to find some more from YouTube, but I'm gonna just try this because I already did. I made like an instrumental for like if I'm doing a paint series and it's just music. so I can just do that all day long, and I can make 100 songs now the way I want them. So, but yeah, YouTube's pretty good about it.
I have to agree with Dano. I don't do any editing either. I just what you guys see is what you get. I mean,
Nobody would watch me if I just was out there. Nobody would watch me. I stutter.
you're gonna probably see
I fumble. Okay.
my wife brought me more coffee.
I could use the cup. Hey, Deb. Actually, I don't think we have any brewed. Of course, we have a Keurig. So this is a pretty cool little picture here. You've got the boat and the trailer, and I know she had a couple pictures about doing the wood grain on that boat. So this is really cool.
That's all real wood on there. It's all real hardwood.
Now, what is scratch built here? Anything?
No.
Is the trailer scratch built? No.
No. The truck and the trailer, we'll call it the car trailer, came in a kit, and then the boat I got gifted to me from a friend named Steve, and that trailer came with the boat. It's a Hemi Hydro is what the boat is called. I forget who made the kit, but it's called a Hemi Hydro.
Yeah. So then you, of course, put your art twist on it by using these wood planks. So what is that, balsa wood or something?
No, it's the picture behind me. In real time, there's a wooden ship back there on the shelf, and that was some extra planking that came with that ship. Yeah, right there, that big wooden ship.
Oh, okay.
So I had some extra planking, and I'm like, I'm a model builder. I don't throw nothing out. So I
cool.
Looked at that. I'm like, wow, that'd work out perfect. So yeah, I went through and super glued all the planks in, and then cut around wheel wells the best I could. And
yeah, I have a whole bunch of the balsa wood stuff because my dad, he's since passed on, but he built a lot of miniatures, little buildings and houses.
Right.
That stuff from his past, like when I build models of cars that I had in high school, he built the gas station where he first had his first job, and he built a house that he grew up in out of balsa wood. In fact, I have the gas station. I can't really turn the camera around right now. Well, I can. Let's see if I can do this. I gotta show this because this is my dad's artwork.
Hold on, people. You're gonna go for a ride.
Yeah, you're gonna be all shaky, and then hopefully I get the camera back. Make myself big here.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
So this is a place in Minneapolis. He changed the name to his because his name was Dave. But I got it all lit up in there. He's got an interior in there, all miniatures.
Did he use the top of a golf ball for the garbage can?
No, that was my weight. I was holding my phone up there. I used to work in heat treating.
Oh, okay.
So this is a mold for an actual ping golf ball.
Huh.
And it had some areas. I worked in a laboratory, so I had to do some testing on it because I was quality manager there.
Right.
So yeah, isn't that cool? But anyways, yeah, my dad did this.
That's pretty cool.
I have the picture here. I'm sorry, I can't find a picture. I have the picture someplace of the actual gas station. Ooh, look at that picture. Look at that. Infinity.
Right?
Wow. All right, guys, I'm getting off course here. Hold on a second. Hopefully get this back.
Nobody throw up.
Oh, I just gave it away. Now people know this isn't a real studio.
We're going to start calling you the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Cool. It's just a little green screen behind me. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, thanks for showing us that, Ken. That was really cool.
Thanks.
What is it? Oh.
Oh, look at this. Look what Debbie just brought me.
Debbie's
watching upstairs. Thank you. Hey, you want to come on camera?
No, thanks.
Say hi? No? She's camera shy. Bless her heart. She made me coffee.
She must have been watching and saw my wife brought... Yeah. You got yourself a good woman there, Ken.
Yeah, the fact that she's actually watching my live show, that's an honor right there.
Right? Who knows? Maybe my wife is watching out there. I have no idea. Because usually my wife's not awake anymore. She's
Yeah,
like,
she supports my channel.
yeah.
Very,
My
very
wife, my wife and family do too. It's a good thing.
How
Kevin
nice
down
of
there,
her.
yo Debbie.
So that boat's gorgeous. Yeah, you done good. And that wood just makes it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. My wife's watching the live too. She had to come in and show me her phone.
There you go.
Yeah,
We're both blessed.
we are definitely. My wife and I've been together since 1986.
Oh, wow.
High
That's a
school
long time.
sweethearts. Yep.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Debbie
I
Nice
just
since
glued the-
93.
93.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just glued all the planks on here, and then I flipped the boat over upside down, and took a really sharp. In fact, one of these. Daniel uses these all the time. Use one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Cut the planks off. Daniel's got me using that stuff now too. I got two different sizes. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Dano's watching. Here he
Yep.
goes. Yeah. See, he was in the wood.
Nice.
Dano's got an awesome channel too. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, if you want to learn custom painting,
Absolutely. I've
awesome
actually
paint jobs.
I've been watching a lot of his how-tos. Like, my wife had some lace here, so Dano, I'm gonna be trying some of that, buddy. If I get stumped, I'll be hitting you up, brother. Yeah, Dano's got I love how he's putting his channel together. It's very informative.
It is.
It's taught me a lot. I haven't tried his techniques yet, but I've definitely been paying attention. One of them I mentioned in one of his videos he put up last night. He showed how he's taping the stripes on this car. The stripes, how he's doing that. And I have a build coming up for a guy at work that I'm going to be using that technique on. So that was like perfect timing for Dano to put that video together.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. Those videos I have to have like playing and rewinding if I'm going to do that, because it's pretty in depth, but it's all there. I mean, if you pay attention, he's got it all there.
Yeah.
What blows my mind is Dano's doing them in an afternoon.
Right.
That's going to be a
but-
month-long project for me.
Well, a lot of these guys that I'm watching are you, Dano. I mean, a bunch of other people. Their paint skills, I'm not even close. I'm working on it, but you guys are blowing. Your paint jobs are just immaculate.
Your work's looking pretty good too. I guess we all just have a little bit of modesty in our background, but I think your paint looks pretty good.
It's getting there. I appreciate it, but yeah, it's getting there. That's what I've been focusing on a lot, is trying to get my paint jobs better.
Okay, so there's that truck and trailer again, but now you got a little hot rod on there.
Yeah, that car that's on the back of there is there's a video that I put up of it. That was a glue bomb. I don't even know where it came from. The thing was a mess. So there's a video series that you guys can watch on it. But it's that's basically made out of a parts box. The trailer came with the kit.
So is this the car?
There's some of it. Yeah, that was all glued.
Wow.
I'm sure it was somebody's first model. Oh, excuse me.
Well, hold on, let me go back.
This one was...
Wait a minute, we'll talk about that one in a minute. I just want to go back, because that
Okay.
looks pretty bad. That looks pretty sweet. You did a lot of body work on that sucker.
Yeah, I did. It was a devil of a time getting that thing cut apart. But I got another one that my buddy Eric from Easy, that I got up there, that he gifted to me. He bought it at a yard sale. He's like, I don't have no time. I don't want no patience for this thing. So he gave it to me. So I'll have another glue bomb project coming up at some point in time.
Cool. Now we can look at the rat rod, and that's a sweet looking build.
Thanks. That's the first time I ever gone that way with my rust, trying to get it. It needs some work, but overall I'm pretty happy the way it came out. It was
that Chat GPT background, or
yeah. Yep.
Looks cool.
Yeah, that was a fun little build.
So you can do that. Okay, so like when I did my diorama, which I still need to make a video on, I have like a brick in the background, and I just found images of brick, and I cut and pasted into my I didn't even use the photo software. I used Microsoft Word and
right.
stitched all this stuff together, and then I printed it out on photo paper. But now that I look at that, ChatGPT be pretty cool because you can make a brick wall, but you can put your graffiti on there like that.
Yeah, and
That just inspired me with a cool idea.
I think when I did that, I'm like, can you make this look like it's sitting in front of a brick wall with graffiti that says Loki scale models in the back?
Yeah.
And it just did it.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes it can be pretty stupid. Sometimes, like my Falcon, that was the first rendering. I didn't even give it a chance to show me another one. I fell in love with the first rendering, and I kind of followed that and went ahead and based my entire build and artwork and everything off that.
Right.
So,
Well, it's almost like when you see
I'm
it,
afraid to go back and look now and see other options because I might like something better. But
right?
but there's times when you want to make a small change and you got to tell it like 3 or 4 times. That's where the free version kind of isn't so good because
Right.
you're only allowed
Right.
2 or 3 goes at something a day. Then the next day you're allowed to again. But
Right.
if it just isn't understanding you or just not doing what you're asking it to do size-wise or something, you can use up your credits in one day pretty quick.
Right. Yeah, and I've done that. And actually, my friend Eric, that's on here, Big E's, he's the one that told me about that. I had no idea even it existed.
Like even even here on my studio, okay, it did that. But like the models, if you look here in the background, it's got a couple of my builds in the background. They're still overscaled, but they were like way big. It took about 10 times to get to understand I wanted it smaller. And then there's
Right.
like this big model box up on the top shelf there of a Chevelle, and it's pretty much way off too.
Well, when I first saw it, I saw Milner's Deuce back there. I'm like, wait a minute, that model wasn't that big.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like they're like a 1/16th or something. It looks massive. And I'm like, wait a minute here.
And
But
I've
either
had
way,
it
I mean, it's cool.
I've had it resized many times. Now here's a little trick. Okay, so I'm holding this another little piece of green screen. My chair's so big that I'm actually draping this over the back of my chair, and it disappears.
Right. Oh, the old powerful Oz is letting us look behind the curtain.
Okay, so where were we? We're on the build here.
We're on the
I
rat
need to
rod.
get you back on there. There we go. Another view of it from the front. Got 49 people in the group. I think I saw like 55 just a short little while ago.
Yeah, that was a. Oh, you know what I just realized looking at that picture? I forgot to put the alternator on it. Huh. Well, it's still up there, so I have to.
I
agree.
do that all the time. Like I did the reveal on my Galaxy project the other day, and I showed the engine compartment, and it's like, Ken, the radiator hose isn't there. You didn't put the radiator hoses on it. Nobody called me out on it yet.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. I'll wrap myself out like I just did.
Yeah.
I just never noticed that. I forgot to put the alternator on it. Screened. You can't see it.
Well, you gave us so much to look at that. Yeah, I didn't notice that at all. Pretty
This
bill
one I
there.
actually, this one I still have. This was all painted with, yeah, that stuff.
That
Createx.
stuff.
Createx.
Yeah, that's a good line of paint.
Yeah, it can be a little finicky to work with once in a while, but overall it's pretty good. And these are both pearl colors. And this is, I think this is the first model I ever did bare metal foil on. I actually got the same kit up there I bought in my my stash that I bought from Marketplace. Had the same kit. That's another really good kit to build if nobody had done it. The fitment's it's really good and it's a fun kit.
Yeah, you did a really nice job on that, especially
Thanks,
for a first time. Yeah, Kevin Smith gave me the best tip in the world. Like if you're, I know you didn't do it on this one, but like if you follow that body line right behind the headlight there, midway back on the door. And if you wanted to chrome that, for example, is to put tape on either side, put your foil down, tape on either side, and then your X-Acto knife can follow the tape edge instead of you freehanding, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't even try it. That's why I didn't do that, because one, I didn't know how. The paint job was like it came out pretty clean on that one. So I didn't want to like take a chance of monkeying it up. So.
Oh, River Rat, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill. Here we go. Let me make myself big. Oh, I got you guys. Let me see. I got to get this back. I lost my screen. I did this before too. Hold on, I got to figure out how to get myself back.
Rob, this is one YouTuber that always forgets the drive shaft. Yeah, I've been there before.
All right, where's my app? Okay, I lost. There it is. I get scared when I screw that up and lose myself because I lost my whole platform. I knew I was still live, but okay. So sorry, Bill. I'm playing here, but
That's all right.
But yeah,
might be older, but we're little kids at heart. I'm never going to grow up. I refuse to. I don't care how old I get.
so yep.
You remind me of Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yeah.
There you go. There's another green screen. You can do like a fence.
So I can do this. And actually, I got these little hoods. Well, I can't show you. It's a green hood. But you could just like cut out your eyes and stuff. Of course, you can't see it because it's green.
I think you're having a little too much fun here, Ken.
I know.
That's all right.
I'm a geek, in case you guys haven't figured that out by now.
You're nothing wrong with that. Having fun and making people happy, that's what it's all about. There's my buddy Eric. Yeah, that's the one that started me with on the Chat GPT. He's the one that told me about it. He sent me a message one night. He's like, dude, you got to check this out. And then he sent me one of his builds that he did. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, I've been hooked ever since.
Where's the fun in growing up? I'll tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun growing up. I'm still going to grow up. One of these days I will grow up, but other than the pain, that's the only complaint I got.
Right. Yeah. The pain they can keep.
Yeah. Another nice patina one here. You go.
Yeah, this was I got this gifted from a friend of mine that I went to high school with. His name's Kim. And he lives 45 minutes away. And he called me up one day and asked me if I was doing anything. And no. He goes, feel like coming down and visiting? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we get together every once in a while. We'll go to Pizza Ranch or whatever. So we got over to his house and he goes, I have some model kits for you. Or he goes, I have something for you. He goes, I don't even know why I bought these things. Probably not going to build them. I'm like, all right. So he gave me a couple of Cudas. Somebody went Cudas. He gave me this GTO. Man, I brought this thing home and I was excited about it because, like, I like the old American muscle. So I brought this thing home and man, it was giving me one heck of a fit. So I got a hold of Kim and I said, hey, do you mind what I do with these models? He's like, no. He goes, they're yours. I give them to you. You can do whatever you want. I'm like, cool. That thing's got me so PO'd that's what I did to it. It's actually up there on the shelf in a display case. But
I heard that was a tough one. I haven't built that yet.
The fitment issue on the grill into that is just horrible. Like the gap you could drive a truck through. It takes that one is a lot of work. But for me, that's kind of like the unicorn. I want to go out and get another one and give it a proper try. But it was still fun doing that. And then the glass on it's the same as my the other one. It's screen protectors for cell phones.
Yeah.
Make sure
that's a coolest technique right there.
This is like a public service announcement. If any of you guys watching this decide you're going to try that, make sure you wear latex gloves. Lay a paper towel or something down on the table. Don't go like this and swipe with your bare hand on your table because that is real glass. You will get those little shards of glass in your hands. So make sure you wear protection when you're going to mess with that. Make sure you wear something on your eyes because you have to cut it with the scissors. So protect yourself. You can get some really cool effects with it. Just be safe with it.
Thanks for the tip, the public service announcement. Very important.
Absolutely.
Very nice, Bill. Nice olds here.
Yeah, that is a fun kit for anybody. If you want to go out and buy one, that's a remarkable kit. The fitment is perfect. Like, did you ever build one of these, Ken?
No, but I do have it in my stash.
Yeah, it's an amazing kit. The bumpers fit perfect. That's a really good kit. That was actually painted with acrylic craft paint.
No kidding. See, you can do a lot of stuff with that cheap stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little extra care. Like, you really can't. Maybe now that I'm using the Kaleido varnish, I could probably tape on it. But with the regular acrylic craft paint, you have to be careful with it. And that's like I actually got it. This isn't obviously the color, but it's painted with
Hold on. Let me make it big.
it's painted with this kind of paint.
Yeah.
And you can I don't think there's a price on this one, but you can go to Walmart and get this stuff. Like, they have it on sale. You can get it for like 50 cents a bottle or something like that. But even if it's regular price, it's $1. You got to thin the living heck out of it, but
Yeah, if you get the color on there, and the thing is, you don't even have to have a nice finish because the clear will do that.
Right.
You just got to get the color on there.
and as long as you thin it properly, it lays on pretty flat and it dries really quick.
Yeah.
And my hand's like really crooked.
Do you watch Craig Stumpy Grump's Garage at all? He was one of my guests.
Yeah, I have tuned in a few times watching Stumpy on there.
He's really good at the acrylics.
Yeah. Yeah, some guys just have it. I mean, I've been pretty lucky that the times that I have used it, it worked out well.
Okay.
No, I'm more into the Kaleido. Kind of stole my heart.
Yeah, I mean, Kaleido is a game changer.
Yeah.
It just made it so easy. I mean, and they got enough colors that you probably really don't have to, mess with the craft paint unless you want to be very frugal. You can, for sure.
Yeah, I still mess with the craft paint a little bit, but not nearly as much as I used to.
I kind of been using the craft paints for like different interior colors and stuff.
Yep, works good for that.
Yeah.
But another thing, and I'm sure you've discovered this too, if you're going to use craft paint, you have to put some kind of primer down, whether it's rattle can primer or you got to put it down because it will not stick to bare plastic.
Yes, that's a very good point to bring up. Absolutely.
This was probably my proudest interior job I've done on a model. Because I never really focused much on the interiors because, like, how much do you really see?
Yeah.
But this one came with all the wood grain decals to go down the doors.
Yeah, it looks really good. And, I've said it many times on my channel, and I know some people just geek out and they will go to the full extent of flocking their floors and just detailing out to the max. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and do it. But how would I say it? Until I went to a show and I saw them judging, like an IPMS show, they get in there with a flashlight and they're looking very close. So they are looking to see if you painted your headliner and they're looking to see what you do with your carpet. So it does matter, even if you just don't see it. If you're being judged, they're going to look for it.
Yeah, I think for something like that, you'd probably want to do it. But because I showed one of my videos, my wife bought me this really cool. You can leave it this size. I'll show you real quick. You'll be able to see it. This little contraption here that has holes in this side for doing the flocking. So I have done it in some models, but I think if it was a convertible where you could see more of the carpeting, I would probably do it. But in the ones where like it's a hardtop roof,
right?
I mean, why put the time in if you can't really see it,
Yeah, I'm going to do it on convertibles, and I am going to start opening up some doors. on some models. My friend Doug White that I met in N&L East from Model Car Muse.
Oh yeah, I know Doug. I watch his channel. He guys does some amazing work.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah.
But he's got some real good tutorials about cutting your doors open, and the biggest one is the hinge assemblies and stuff. And it's the biggest tip that I never would have thought of is you secure all your hinge work first before you finish cutting the door open, and
Right.
it's perfectly aligned. So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we still got more to go here, and 8:30. Wow, Bill, we're cruising along here. A lot of time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely, it does.
All right, so we have another. Let me find it. Okay, so a nice looking gasser here.
Thanks. Yeah, as you can see, there's no engine in it. This was, I think, my second flame job I ever did. But again, it's the stencil from the Cricut that my wife. I'm learning the Cricut, kind of. I mean, I'm gonna, but yeah, she's my Cricut god. She's like, she's got all kinds of tips and tricks, but that was done with a Cricut stencil, and then that there is 8 different colors in that, 8 different colors in the flames.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Starting with the white hot, and
Yep,
back.
and fade back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now Debbie has a Cricut, but it's the very first generation, so it does not even hook up to a PC. It's just got cartridges.
Yeah.
So, it's not going to work for my purpose, but I think I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Deb,
I don't know how much my wife
what if I
paid.
get you that for Christmas? Would you let me use it?
That sounds like a wonderful idea, Debbie. I think he should do that for you.
Stomp once if it's a yes.
Right.
I'm down the
Good thing you
basement.
got
I'll
Good thing
hear
you got
it.
that cup of coffee because you probably ain't gonna get another one now.
You're right.
Yeah, my wife helps me out a lot with getting the stencils made, and because like I said, I want to learn it, but
Now, my little joke at the beginning about my new studio taking over the master bedroom, she wouldn't have brought me this cup of coffee if I really did that.
I already, yeah.
I'd be in big trouble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, beautiful build there. Beautiful paint job.
Thanks. Yeah, that I just took it
airbrush
outside.
or
there
rattle
for a
can?
bit. Huh?
Was that airbrush?
No, it was all airbrush. I just took it outside because I wanted to get a picture of it in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I pretty much use airbrush exclusively now. I actually just got my Seeker in the mail the other day that I have to do a little demonstration video with, but
Yeah, Sean, good videos that he has. Okay,
yeah,
so
I learned a lot from these guys.
What's the funniest thing about these channels? Like I have. Well, I mean, you are an excellent builder, and yet you're watching my channel for stuff to learn. I'm watching your channel for stuff to learn, and then I watch Craig Wood's channel. He watches mine.
Right. Well, I don't think no matter how good you are, there's always something to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole analogy or whatever you want, how you want to call it, where you can't teach an old dog a new trick.
Right.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
This was actually a collaboration build between me and my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She, I asked her opinion, like, hey, what color do you think this would look good in? She's like, I think it'd look good in red. And I'm like, all right. So then I had these decals aren't even for this model. I have a whole box of whenever I buy a kit and I don't use the decals out of it or whatever, I keep them because you just never know. So then I brought decal sheets out and I said, what do you think would look good for decals on there? She's like, this would look really cool on there. So then I put all the contingency decals on there, I guess you'd call them, and the helmet's from another kit.
Yeah, that's really cool. Nice collaboration.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Dan,
Yes.
I saw Grandpa Mark's video on that. So he does a real good tutorial on the Cricut. And I watched that. I think that was just last week he did that. So Yeah,
Well,
it convinced me to get one, and then seeing your work with your mask, especially the POW car, wow, that is
yeah,
really cool. So
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And my wife, again, with the POW card, like I said, she helped me out. Well, she did all the stencil work for the cricket. So, yeah, and this, all the chrome on here, it's all silver marker, silver
all of
Sharpie.
it.
Yep. I didn't have bare metal foil at the time. I had no idea how to use it, but yeah, it's all silver marker.
And you just were so careful not to touch it, because if you touch it, it does not stay that way.
No, it doesn't. It comes off pretty well. The silver Sharpies stick on pretty good. I try to be careful, how I pick up all of my models. And
Very nice.
the velocity stacks were a little weird on this one. For whatever reason, they wouldn't stay straight up. But this one was painted with rattle can.
Yeah, you can get some pretty nice results out of them. I mean, that's pretty impressive looking right there.
Thanks. Well, I discovered with rattle can, any kind of paint when you're painting a body, as I know you can't hose this stuff on. You have to do that's the one that started it all off again. That's Nick's Nova. That's the 66 that he said, hey, can you knock the ugly off of this? That's the one that got me back into modeling.
Then that looks like the box art. In fact, did you paint it, or is that the blue molding?
No, it's painted.
Okay, because it looks kind of like the blue that it comes in.
Believe it or not, that's acrylic craft paint too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Yep.
Nick gave me the money, and I went out and bought the blue color that his car. This is how he sees his car when it's done. Because right now it's like all. In fact, there's a box of craft paint down there on the bottom on the floor in that picture.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
This is what he wants his car to look like when it's done. And the paint that we bought for it, that Nick bought for it, was Extreme Lacquer, Tester's Extreme Lacquer. And I just sprayed some on to look at it. I'm like, wow, this is way darker than what he wanted. So then I had some of this, and I'm like, I sprayed a little spray out on it, and I showed it to Nick. He's like, that's it. That's the color. So, yeah, that's acrylic craft paint.
Nice work, buddy. Nice work.
Thanks.
All right, so that's all the pictures you sent me. Quite a few of them, but I really love the patina work.
Thank you.
And that Oldsmobile, the 442, was pretty awesome. And the boat. I don't know. See, I have a lot of favorites.
The patina work ones are probably some of my favorites because, like I said, the whole point, you can't screw up because that's the whole point is you don't have to make it look right unless you're doing like a color, we'll call it a sun color fade patina. Then there's some rules you got to follow. But if you're going to just rust the whole thing, go for it.
Yeah.
And that's all done with craft paint. That's all done with I got it buried. But that's just tubes of acrylic craft paint for like painting on canvas. That's all that is.
Yeah.
And once it dries, it sticks pretty dang good. So.
And there's so many levels of that too. Like some of the ones I've done, I went with a real mild looking patina. Maybe a few rust holes and just a little bit of fading, and then the next one was more fading, and maybe the next one I do is going to be just a total rusted out rod. And then I'm even thinking about doing one that's all patinaed out, but then putting a really nice high gloss polish finish on it, because that's kind of a thing now,
even the 1-to-1s look really good done that way with I could totally see that. That'd be fun to do a model that way.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing. I mean, it's not something like you don't get burned out like, oh, I already done that, because there's so many variations.
That's why I throw a patina one in there once in a while, or I have which I'll have a video out of that. I have a potential new sponsor called Adrenaline Junkies. And there'll be a video more about that. But she's, I bought a 3D printed quarter-mile drag bike from off of her website. She threw some other things in with it, so we're going to work on a few things. But that's why I bought that, is because I predominantly build cars like you do, So I thought, let's throw a motorcycle every once in a while, or something else that's. I don't want. I've done airplanes, but nah, and I don't really have places to put tanks, so I figured I'd do a 1/4 mile drag bike because I'm into motorcycles. So I'll have a video of that up when I get it, and if anybody's interested in watching it,
Right.
and we'll do some tricks on it, maybe throw some wires on it or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what the kit's gonna look like, but we'll try to throw some flash on it and stuff. So
Well, it's like my brother Steve from Indiana, and I know he's watching because he just texted me a little bit ago about my lighting. He was saying I was overlighting myself on other live shows. So thanks, Steve. I'm glad that I got it right, and he likes my new studio. But I was visiting him out in Indiana, and we're talking about the channel. And he says, "Yeah, but aren't you going to run out of ideas?" I'm like, "Oh no." I mean,
No.
I don't see that happening. And I really don't. I mean, I've got 150 videos out, and I probably could do another 150 before I even think about,
yeah.
being stumped. So
Yeah. Well, I think every build you do, it like sparks a new idea or some creative, like, well, maybe I can make a video on how to show people how to do this or whatever. So yeah, the possibility. You're only as endless in possibilities as your mind will let you be. There's always something that you can show somebody or.
And hi, Steve, by the way. Miss ya.
Yeah, I agree 100%. There's always something new you can come out with that'll give you more content to create.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, got any questions for either Bill or myself? Go ahead and throw them up there. But you got to check out Bill's channel and help him grow and give him some love, because I know you're going places with that, and it only takes that one video to really put you on the map,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's already impressive what you've done. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't get past 100 people in a year. And of course, I was blessed to just, I don't know what happened with my channel. I was very blessed, but it takes that one, like for me, it was my paint series.
Right.
That took off, and it still is. It's still one of my most watched videos. I still, when I look, there's still like 100 views a month on a video I did a year ago. So that's pretty.
My other flame job that I did, another 66 Nova I actually just looked the other day, has over 1,000 views in that one video. I was like, but I mean, that's why I'm going to start focusing more on I'll do unboxings, and I think I said in my first or second video that, like, I'm not going to bore you guys by doing unboxings or nothing like that. Some people are into that. So depending on what the flavor of the kit is, I'll do the unboxings and that's my son. Hey, Jesse.
Oh.
Glad you can check in, bud.
I didn't even put it together until I saw the last name there.
Oh yeah, I built the CR7 Corvette for my son. It's the yellow race car version. Well, I shouldn't say I built it. He started it, but then he asked me if I could finish it. So then I put a 5-point race harness in it and cleared the body and wet sanded it all off and decaled it all out. Went and found the actual the real car, put all the decals in the right places. I used to build a lot of race cars back in the day. NASCAR, and I would cut all the contingency sponsors apart, and I'd look at the real car and put them where they were at on the real car. So
there you go. Yeah, very
so
detailed.
And that was all those cars. Maybe I'll drag them out one day and show them off on my channel. But that was all rattle can. I didn't have when I started doing that stuff. They didn't really have. I mean, they had airbrushes, but I couldn't afford those things.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Big, got a question up here. I'll answer first, and if you want to get some input too. Sure. I'll tell you what, I do airbrush a lot of my primers, but my favorite go-to for a spray can is the Mr. Surfacer line of products, and you can get them. I don't know if you have a Hobby Lobby near you or whatever, but it's not too expensive. It's like $9.99 for a can, and you can probably prime 5-6 models out of a can, as long, if you're careful and frugal using it. So That's one of my favorites, and they have a gray and they have a white and they have one that's a little bit thicker for sanding imperfections or whatnot. So that would be my advice. Bill, you got any other advice for him?
The ones that I've used, the Tamiya is a really good one. The Tamiya fine surface primer is a good one. If you're looking for something decent that's inexpensive, I still use it from time to time, and I just so happen to have the can somewhere here. Oh, there it is. I got it buried underneath model kits. Go figure. A model guy having model kits. Again, with any paint, you can't hose it on, but this is what I've used forever. I still use it. It's not. I don't use it on my bodies anymore, but if you wanted a cheaper alternative,
Yeah.
spray it on light coats like anything else, and then let it dry off really good. I don't touch any of my bodies now for minimum 24 hours. You can actually wet sand off and get a smooth finish. So
I know that does work because that's what I use for my patina foundations.
Yep.
Like I'll use the red oxide for one of my, the foundation, and so I'm assuming you can probably sand and smooth that out pretty nice and put a pretty paint job on top.
It's the same thing I use for my patina jobs. The other one that's really good if you have an airbrush is, which actually Ken got me started on, is the Kaleido primer. It's amazing. You can shoot it straight out of the bottle. It's low fume. So if you have an airbrush, and it's actually pretty inexpensive. Their larger bottle this is the varnish, but their larger bottle is the same size, and this is a 210 milliliter. You can get this off Amazon for $20. So it's airbrush ready. You can dump it in and spray it. So that's another good alternative.
And you can thin that about 20% if you want, and get a lot more out of that if you needed to.
Yep. I actually, any of the Kaleido varnish primers, paint sometime, but especially the primer and the varnish, I put about 10% of the retarder thinner in it.
Yeah.
From advice from you, because it helps. It gives it time to flatten out. So.
Yeah, and then Craig at Stumpy Grumps kind of took me further on that. So now I was a fan of just the retarder, but now I am using the thinner and retarder. I'm putting 10% retarder into the little bottle of thinner they give you, and then I'm putting 10% of that thinner mix into my paints, and it's really helping that lay out a lot better.
And I think really
Dano's got a recommendation too. I've not heard of that one. U-Paul aerosol primer.
Oh, I have heard of that, but I've never used it.
Okay, thanks, Dano.
Thanks, Dano. But yeah, guys, any primer you want to try, just experiment with it, because you're gonna hear all different kinds of like, oh, that doesn't work, or I mean, I kind of get upset when people like throw rattle can paint under the bus, because if that's what you can afford, that's what you use, and just practice with it, experiment with it. How long do I let this dry before I can wet sand it off? And I mean, you're never done learning, so just play around a little bit. You'll figure it out.
Right. Yeah. So, boy, what a fun time! I'm having a good time with you, Bill. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back on Alive. I was live last Friday night on Tim Shield's channel. I don't know if you checked him out. He's a brand new channel too. Young man. He's like just around 30 years old, I think. And I saw his friend Dylan was in here too. So it's a younger crowd. I'm really excited to see that. I mean, you're younger than me, but these guys are younger than both of us.
Right.
And it's really cool to see the younger guys.
I'm really excited to see the younger crowd getting into it, and I'm really excited to see females getting into model building, because man, there's some female builders out there. Tiffany from Dirt Road Cinderella.
Yes.
Dang, man. Yeah, she is an amazing builder.
She is, and Natalie Prue, who was a guest on one of my lives. If you haven't seen that live, she's an outstanding builder too, and we feature a lot of hers on a slideshow on that video if you want to go see it. Yeah. Very good builder. Yeah, it's really cool to see the younger people. It's great to see the females getting into it, and because I guess from what you're describing, models was still pretty popular when you were a kid. Because that's not really that popular with the kids today, for sure. It's
well, I think I think they're not as popular with kids today is because they have too many electronic devices.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are apart in age, but not that far apart in age. When I was a kid, I mean, I was in high school when the computer age hit.
Yeah.
Prior to that, me and my brother were out in the backyard getting full of grease, working on cars. I mean, we had a big ass oak tree we used for pulling engines out of the cars, and I mean, that's what we were doing. We were hot rodding cars, raising hell, and having fun. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
kids just don't have that nowadays. I mean, everything is so.
What's funny, too,
electronic,
because
yeah.
I live in the neighborhood that I was raised in. I bought a house when I moved back from Arizona. I bought a house in the same neighborhood. And when I was a kid, I don't know if you ever seen the movie called The Sandlot, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
was my childhood. We probably had 20 or 30 kids. We had complete baseball teams, north neighborhood, south, basketball teams. We had football teams.
Right.
If we were out on our bicycles, we looked like a gang.
Yeah.
Man, it was the greatest childhood. I would not trade that for anything.
Yeah,
We never
I
had
did.
to be told
I
to
grew
go out
up-
and play.
Yeah, I grew up the same way. We would all get together. We'd all meet in town. I'm a country boy. I lived out in the country. But we'd all get together and me and my buddy Shane or whatever, we'd ride our bikes into town and we'd meet up with some other people. We'd go over to the grade school, the grass area out there, and we'd play, tackle football and all that. And so yeah, we had very similar childhoods. I mean, it's too bad the youth nowadays they don't understand that they're missing out on a lot of good memories and a lot of good times.
Yeah.
Well,
In fact, my neighborhood, it has aged out where all the original homeowners have now passed away and younger people are in the neighborhood. And
Right.
occasionally I see some kids outside, but it's not like it used to be.
I got to tell you a really quick story. My wife and I live in a small town called Coloma, and there's Highway 21 that runs not in front of our house, but like we'll say one block up from it. And we had the windows open. It was nice out. This was Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. Anyway, I forget the day, but it was one day earlier this week. And we heard some semis out there honking their horns. We're like, the heck's going on? Well, then we'd hear it more often and more often and more often. And we realized it was kids out there. They're revamping an old auto dealership. They're converting it into a liquor store. There must have been the owner's kids out there going like this and getting these truck drivers to honk their horns and all that. And my wife and I, once we figured out, we just had the biggest smiles on our face because we're like, man, what it's like to be a kid again. So
Yeah.
yeah, that just she even made a post on Facebook about it. If the parents of these kids saw that it warmed our hearts because it brought us back to our childhood. That's the stuff we would have done. So I just want to
Yeah.
throw that little story out there quick.
Yeah, no, it is really cool when you see something like that.
Yep.
That like, hey, I remember we used to do that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and model building. I mean, I didn't do a lot of model building as a kid because we were out playing, like I just said. But occasionally you had the day where it just rained all day long, and
Yep.
then we all went in. We just. Yeah, I went down in my basement and built a model kit. My friends went down and did something else at their house. Maybe they were building puzzles. We just
Yep.
It was time to entertain yourself indoors.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a good hobby to get into. Or just like I said in my little
Your son again.
yeah, my son used to be a truck driver, so he knows all about that. Yeah, model building is a great hobby to get into. Like I said, it teaches you problem solving skills. It teaches you patience and can teach you how to follow instructions because you get an instruction sheet with it. So there's a lot of good properties to getting into the hobby.
Yeah. And, like in my Facebook group and stuff, I'll get some new people coming in and they're a little sticker shocked about the prices because
Yeah.
they did soar. I mean,
Oh.
for a $3 kit when I was a kid and now you're paying $30, if
Yep.
you're not finding a sale someplace. But in the scheme of things, Bill, I don't know about you. I think you probably agree with me. I still think it's an inexpensive hobby because if you're taking your time and you're building a kit that you got for $25 or $30 at Hobby Lobby, for example, and of course, once you get your arsenal of paint or glue and brushes, a little bit of expense up front.
Right.
But if you take 3 weeks to build a kit out, and it costs you maybe 40 tops, that's not that bad. I
Yeah.
mean, if you golf as a hobby, you're spending more than that every time you hit the course.
Right.
Just as one
Well, yeah,
example.
and I gotta agree. When I first got back into it, when Nick brought me that, because I had some stuff here because I was building like little dioramas and stuff like that. Um, so the initial investment to get back into it, yeah, it was pricey. Because there's so many different kinds of glue now. I mean, when you and I were kids, they had the orange and yellow or the orange and white tube of testers. They didn't have um, like this power. What's this called? Extreme power or the Tamiya kinds of glues. They didn't have that. So the initial investment to get back into it is pricey, but once you're there, like you said, yeah, the kits cost a little bit, but for me, it's my escape. And for a mental health standpoint, it's worth spending that $40 on the kit.
Yeah. And even cheaper if you go to a model show. If people, if you've never been to one, you got to. But the vendors, I mean, there are some that hold out for retail prices, but oftentimes you can find some really nice kits that have been never opened, still sealed in the box, and you could barter them down to like $20 a kit. That's not too bad. I mean, in today's world, that's not too bad. That's
Well, and I mean, if marketplace, I mean, everybody has Facebook, and it's on marketplace is on everybody's Facebook. That's where I bought 5 of them for $50. There's one. I don't know if you watched the video, the one at the cement truck, or concrete truck, whatever you want to call it. That one's $55 by itself. I basically bought that and got the other 4 for free. So marketplace is also a good place to go shopping for model kits if you're kind of on, if you're kind of on a budget or whatever, and just shop around a little bit. You don't have to go to a hobby store to buy a model kit. So
yeah. And you know what? There's another tip too, because on the Facebook group today, somebody had asked, they asked about cutting the doors open on a model, and they said, "Man, I'd like to, but I'm just terrified at the cost of models and stuff." And I gave them this advice: if you go to a model show or whatever, they got these old bag kits. They're just old glue bombs.
Right.
Kids build them or whatever, and somebody bought them in an estate sale, and you can buy like a bag of 3 old cars that are missing pieces or kind of broken apart or whatever. But a lot of times you can get them for like $5 for 3 models in a car bag.
Right.
And of course, if you build models, you got spare wheels and tires, and you probably got all the missing parts. But if you want to cut a car apart and test it, do that. Buy those old mules. They call them mules.
Yep.
You can experiment with those before you get that $40 kit and start cutting away.
That's actually how I practice some of my paperwork, or my paint work. Is I have a box full of old bodies back there. A lot of them, they're got stepped on, roof got busted off or whatever, and that's how I would practice. That's what I practice my painting on. Yeah, you're 100% right. Go out and yard sales, even if it's not all there, just practice cutting doors open, hinging them on, whatever. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Ken.
Yeah. And then my friend Tim Shields, who, by the way, Shields Scale Models, I think it's called. Tim Shields. I was a guest on his show last Friday night, but his show follows mine tonight, folks. Brand new channel, and he starts at 10 o'clock, so we'll probably be signed off, and there'll be a gap where you can go grab an adult beverage or something and then tune back in and watch his show. But we were talking about being frugal too, is like Dollar General, thread sections at Walmart. Amazing what thread can do. It's all kinds of wires. It could be the hood pin extensions for like a '69 Mustang. They used to have the hood pin that came from under the hood with a little wire attached.
Right.
There's threads that you could buy that looks like that. There's braided wire. There's so many things. There's shrink tube.
You just have to think outside the box. Like I said, I source a lot of my wires for my models from cell phone cords, or I guess it depends on what look I'm going for. I got, you don't have to make me bigger or anything, but I got like some right here. This is just regular electrical wire. Just regular electrical wire. And I thought
There you go.
if I could pull these strands apart and straighten one out, you know, can I use it for throttle linkage? Can I get it straight enough to use it for throttle linkage? So, yeah, I try to be resourceful whenever I'm getting, you know, parts that I want to use for detailing and stuff. Just think outside the box.
Right.
You know,
Here's one of my
everything
favorites
is a
too.
model.
This is one of my favorites too. This is
Yep.
0.3 millimeter solder.
Yep.
So it's very pliable. So it's great for wires because you can bend them and shape them and make them look like, you know, because you don't want wires being rigid and you know, hanging up in gravity. You know, they'll be hanging down. But you can paint this very easily. So I'll go to my spray booth and I'll paint a whole big section red and I'll paint a whole big section black. Cut them up, install them. And yeah, the paint might chip off a little bit, but you can touch them up with a brush or something.
So do you do anything? Because I've never done that before, like painted solder. Do you like you like clean it with rubbing alcohol and then prime it, or what's your process?
I honestly, it's probably not a bad idea to clean it with alcohol. But no, honestly, I've just taken this and shot it with paint,
What
like
do you use?
like the
Enamel paint,
Kaleido.
or you use enamel paint?
Anything you could use the Kaleido.
Oh, really?
A red or black, the black Kaleido. The only thing is, you know, when you bend it and flex it, it's going to scratch and chip a little bit.
Right.
But you go back and touch it up with like a paintbrush. But, you know, you don't want to like install them all silver colored like this and try to paint them in your model. So it's
Right.
worth painting them first and then touching them up if you have to. And if you're careful, sometimes you don't have to touch them up at all.
So do you use the solder for plug wires, or what do you use?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
That's
really?
it's perfect. It fits in those little drill distributors, you know, especially the 3D distributors that they have. This will glue right in there.
Sorry, dude. I got to write this down. What gauge, what size did you say that was?
It's 0.3 millimeter. Where, get my camera.
0.3 millimeter.
0.3 millimeter,
Okay, I got you.
which is 12 thousandths of an inch.
Got it. All right. Yeah, I keep little because I don't remember everything. So, but I'm gonna get me some of that. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, it works really good because other, you know, like the wires like you were showing and stuff, some of them can be a bit rigid and kind of hard to form,
Right.
to look like they're not, you know, to scale, you know, like, you know, your spark plug wires should lay down, right? They're not going to be
Right.
so rigid that they go up in the air like a loop or something, where this stuff is so soft and pliable. In
Yeah.
fact, there's a lot of things you could get the thicker solder and make exhaust pipes out of. And
I've seen guys do that. I actually have some. I don't even know what size this is because the label came off of it. But
I can
I got
see
some
what
of
you
that.
got there. I have that too. In fact, I'm
I
going to
got
be
some
using that
thicker
on my
solder
Falcon.
that I'm gonna show this on a video. My a real quick story. My in-laws used to be they used to repair clocks back in the day.
Oh wow!
And my mother-in-law was disabled and she wanted something to like occupy her time. She's passed away since. God bless her soul. I always try to talk them when they close the clock shop. I always try to talk them out of this lathe, and it's a really nice variable speed mini lathe. The whole thing is only like maybe a foot long. Well, I've had it for a couple of years now, and I had to have a new three jaw chuck for it. Well, I've recently bought that, so we're gonna try making some stuff.
Cool.
So I'm gonna try making my own like my own coils, and I don't know. I'm just gonna be adventurous with it. So
Cool.
thought I'd
Well,
throw that
Bill,
out
we are 2+ hours. I think this is one of my record long shows. So I had so much fun.
there. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. It doesn't take long when you're sitting there BSing back and forth. It goes pretty quick.
Right, and it looks like we held the interest to a lot of our group here. We still have 47 people in the room, so
Nice. I appreciate you all giving us some of your time this evening.
yeah. Do you have any parting words? Anything you want anybody to know, Bill?
Be young, have fun, build models, build them your way. It's your model. The only person you have to satisfy building your model is you. As long as you're happy with your work, that's the win.
That's correct. Okay, let me go to a comment for just a second here. Bill, you asked where I got this. I believe I got this on Amazon. HTM. I don't have my glasses on. HTM resin core solder wire. Just go on the go on like Amazon or whatever and search 0.3 millimeter solder wire, and you will find spools of it. So I don't know if the big box stores has that or not. So okay, well, Bill, I appreciate you taking the time to be with me tonight. I am enjoying your channel.
I appreciate the invite, Ken. It's been my pleasure.
Good. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Absolutely. Yep. We'll figure it out, buddy.
Yeah. I'm sorry you missed most of my shows because you work evenings, but.
Oh no, I've watched them.
Well, you watch them on replay, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for all your mentorship and your advice, and most of all for your friendship.
It's a pleasure, Bill.
I appreciate you, man.
Meeting guys like you. I mean, I'm just having the greatest time in the world with all this. So, alrighty. So, folks, check them out. The link is in the description for Lokis scale models. And again, go ahead.
I just want to real quick just give you guys the story of how my channel got its name.
Oh yeah, tell.
I have a cat's they call it domestic long hair. He's actually part Maine Coon. Maine Coon cats they get big. Well, over here where you can't see, there used to be a chair down there where Loki would come in there and he would sleep while I was working on a model. So that's how I kind of got the name for the channel was Loki Scale Models, because he would always sit down there and sleep. So I mentioned it before in one of my videos. I just want to throw it back out there again. But that's how it got the channel, and it's when you look at my channel, it's Lokis. The apostrophe's not there. When I started my channel, I never thought I did it to watch other videos. So, but that's how it's pronounced, Lokis, like low key, Lowkey.
Yep. And it's good to get to know that. I mean, mine, I think is self-explanatory, so it's not questioned. But the funny thing about mine, though, is when I first came up with that, I thought to myself, oh boy, that's hokey. It's not very original. It's, I was so close to changing it. But I really think that the brand of model building and retirement has really helped my whole channel and the Facebook group, because that's what a lot of us are doing. And we're, thousands of people are retiring every day. And I think they're looking for hobbies. So they search out model building and retirement or retirement hobbies, and I come up. So it's helped me a lot.
And that's why I started investing money into getting back into it, because that's my plan. When I retire, this is what I want to keep doing. So
good deal. Okay, well, folks, I really appreciate it, and I did announce at the beginning of the show that I have now resumed with a new schedule. So first Friday of the month, every month, beginning July 3rd. In fact, let me put that banner back up here real quick in case you didn't see it at the beginning. Nope, that wasn't a banner. It was a slide, and there it is. Okay, so first Friday of every month. So my next show is going to be July 3rd, 2026, and Jody Doyle of the Sunday Build Show. Very good builder, friendly guy. He's also part of the Model Media podcast. So come back. And you can count on that first Friday of every month from here on in. I'm no longer going to do a weekly Friday show. It's just a little bit too much to give you good content on such short time. So really appreciate it. And folks, we'll see you next time. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks, y'all, for stopping and checking us out. I appreciate it.
Okay. Stick around, Bill. After the end of the credits roll here and stuff, I want to talk to you for a minute. So,
all right, buddy.
Good night, everybody. Really enjoyed this show. Take care.